that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Hello, welcome to Platinum Social, number one PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias with all to no news to discuss. That's not our fault, sorry. My name's Dylan Blight, and joining me, as always, Ashley Hobley.
Hey, Dylan, excited to be here in another quiet week. It's been a while.
The weirdest thing to me is that, so I think I got my wires crossed in the back of my head, or maybe my mind was like looking for something that didn't exist, but I was like, oh, it's Monday. Like maybe that state of play gets announced soon. And then I had to, my brain correct itself. And I was like, wait, no, I'm waiting for a Nintendo Direct to get announced.
Yeah, we've already had our state of play.
The state of play. That's
Maybe they'll drop another one.
Yeah, but doesn't that say something that like...
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do announce a state of play like right before the Concord beta. Like doing a focused one.
Yeah, no, but is that exciting? Not really.
It's something to talk about.
Something to talk about, but it's not exciting. Yeah. I think the fact that like that's what my head generally thought at some point this afternoon just goes to show how that state of play really did not a lot.
Yeah, in hindsight, it's good that they went early. Because if that state of play was during Summer Games Fest the week of, it wouldn't have been looked on very well. Well, it would have been even worse in comparison.
In comparison to everything else, it would have been, and I mean in like everything else, like it would have been the least interesting of everything. I think.
Do you think it would have been less interesting than Ubisoft?
Yep.
Okay.
You don't think so?
Just asking the question.
I think
obviously Ubisoft had a little bit more of a deep dive, whereas
yeah,
PlayStation had a deep dive, I guess, on Concord. I guess.
Yeah,
but other than
which is boring
for us.
At least Ubisoft had Star Wars and Assassin's Creed, even if you didn't like everything else. They had two gameplay deep dives.
Two mainstream games, yeah.
Because Concord's not going to be mainstream.
Don't know. Could become the massive hit. It could be the next Dark Souls.
What are you talking about? I'll make you a prediction. It will not be the next Dark Souls.
Probably.
There you go. Take that. I mean, at least Astro brought's apparently good. So I was going to quickly just to not read this whole thing, but I just pick one out of the many. The first one that came up was Kotaku's hands-on with Astro brought Pure Joy, which the first paragraph reads pretty straightforward to get you excited. I can't remember the last time I played a PlayStation game and felt this happy. I've loved plenty of first-party Sony games and their expensive meddling of Hollywood cinematics, refined gameplay, and dense systems. Astrobot's in many ways the antithesis of that. It's no less refined, perhaps even more so, and it certainly doesn't look or feel cheap, but it does play like a game unsaddled from the self-conscious baggage of an industry chasing the emotional weight of prestige TV and content expectations of US $300 million blockbusters. Astrobot is whimsical, delightful, and most importantly, just a lot of fun.
It just warms your heart, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, everyone's previews seems to be the same, but I think that that opening paragraph just, it just reads as, this is a feel-good, fun video game without, not to say there's nothing wrong with, the dark emotional stories that all these other games, Last of Us, God of War, whatever else Sony does. But yeah, when you get something like this, and I think that's what, there's so little of it, and I guess that's what it's because it's sort of been like, hey, that's Nintendo's thing.
Yeah, it's been co-opted by Nintendo, and everybody else has kind of let them have that space.
Yes. When people used to
outside of like the Crash and Spyro remasters,
yeah,
those have been the only things recently that I can think of that have tried to capture that kind of family-friendly audience, I guess.
Yeah, it's like what's the family-friendly audience these days?
That also is a fantastic platformer as well. To be fair,
the Lego games.
Yeah,
I don't think Ratchet and Clank is fully there
No.
anymore.
A little bit too complex.
Yeah. So it's literally just like the Lego games.
Hmm.
So yeah, Nintendo's been handed and that's not to say, obviously, I don't think anyone could ever fight Nintendo on the heel for family friendly, colourful, mascotty, platformers, games, and whatever else. But I think Sony being like, well, we can have our own, at least one. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And they used to want to have a piece in that board,
Yeah.
The original, like obviously the Crash Bandicoot games, Spyros, the original Jak and Daxter, not so much the sequel, but I'd say the original Ratchet and Clank. For just like Hooper.
No, well, I guess the Sackboy, Little Big
Yeah, I
Planet
guess
games
Sackboy,
were
true, yeah.
for a long time.
Thing. And Sackboy was a PS3 mascot, so
yeah.
But yeah, I'd say for like the last 10 years, it's just sort of been nothing, at least from Sony. I don't think. I feel 10 years is pretty.
Well,
or at least
you had the two other Astrobot releases.
Yeah, outside of the two Astrobot games. But yeah, if this comes out and as good as everyone says it is, and it helps push the Astrobot into a more mainstream thing, because again, let's not forget that the only full bot game we've got is PSVR, and the other thing have been, not full fledged, like a quote unquote proper release. So this game could be the one that pushes Astro, who Sony weirdly has already sort of placed as a mascot type figure in their PlayStation production sort of logo thing and whatever else. This could help make people understand that who the fuck that character is, I guess. So yeah, if you want to read up, nearly everyone who was at Summer Games has a preview article up for, I think they got to play about an hour or less, depending on how fast they played for it. But of Astrobot, and it just sounds really, really good, and I can't wait. Super cool.
The only complaint that I've heard is that the enemies don't have names.
Yeah, cool. I don't care. Oh no, they haven't killed Fred. What are we trying to do? The Last of Us Part 2, where all the
No, but like in Mario, like everything's got a name.
Yeah, but how do we know that they won't by the time it comes out and the game has like a glossary or something? I don't know.
That's true.
Like it's preview demo.
People want to know who that octopus is that they're fighting.
Just chill out.
I don't know. That seems like a weird complaint. Like the only way you can emotionally resonate with a character is it has a name.
I don't think I need to emotionally resonate with the octopus in.
Yeah, sure.
In this game, to be real.
You want to get satisfaction. The only way you get satisfaction from killing something is if you know its name. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Tell me your name.
I think you should think deep and hard about choices at that point.
Yeah.
All right, PlayStation Plus game catalog for June is here.
Woo.
Let's see what's coming to your selection soon. Of course, this is for the Extra Plus tier, or Extra and above tier.
Extra and Premium.
Extra and Premium. No, Extra and Deluxe. Sorry. You have to reword it, right, in Australia. Monster Hunter Rise, PS4, PS5. Football Manager 2024, PS5. Crusader Kings 3, PS5. Monster Energy Supercross Official Video Game 6, PS4, PS5. After Us, PS5. Anno 1800, PS5. Police Simulator Patrol Officers, PS4, PS5. Far Cry 4, PS4. This is a PlayStation Plus re-release. Lego The Hobbit, PS4. Lego The Incredibles, PS4. And then coming to Premium / Deluxe only, PSVR 2 and Classics. Kayak VR Mirage, of course, requires PSVR 2 to play. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, PS4, PS5. Ghost Hunter, PS4, PS5. And Daxter, PS4, PS5. Anything from there stand out to you?
Not really. I think it's amusing that like a bunch of those extra games, all the PS5 games, like all PC games that you would not want to play on console.
Like Anno,
Football
Crusader
Manager,
Kings, Football
Crusader
Manager.
Kings.
Yeah.
It's like, they're here if you want them, I guess. It's not the best way to play them, but they're there if you need them.
Monster Hunter Rise is here. I've of course
Yep.
played that on the Switch. Don't know. Maybe I want to
You
see
you
how
want to dive
visually
in,
different it
see
looks.
if you
I don't know, just out of interest, maybe.
see if you get that Monster Hunter.
This is a unlike the world of like this is a like accessible biome sized levels that you go into where it doesn't feel over like too confusing, and you have a little hub town that you go to between missions and stuff like that, so it doesn't feel too like this could be if you're like, man, those Monster Hunter whatever it's called, the new one, I forget. Those trailers have been really making me maybe Wilds, yeah. So if you was watching those trailers and be like, man, maybe that could be my first Monster Hunter. I don't know, maybe give Rise a go because it's not going to be as complicated as that. But
the play loop will be the same
in this or compared to Rise or
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just different because you don't. Yeah, like obviously they're the open world, a bit more hardcore, more monsters. It's a bigger game, right? Yeah. This is more self-contained. This is also, I would say probably easier.
But like the combat's going to be similar.
Yeah,
so you can get a taste, I guess.
Yeah, you can get a taste. Yeah, I think you can get a taste here. A good old taste. What was the other thing I was going to say?
You going to play Daxter?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Daxter. PSP game. One of the, I think it was a launch game actually. PSP launch game.
Probably.
So,
it was Dankster and Clank. Got to get little sidekicks there in original games on the PSP.
Now, yeah, and I think Daxter's a lot better than. So the Clank game was actually, I didn't think was as good as the Daxter game. So there's my 2 cents on that. But I know I like all these PSP games. I have no idea what Ghost Hunter is to be completely
Apparently,
honest.
it was a first-party game created by Studio Cambridge. I think I read just before.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah.
Awesome. Yep. Cool. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, is weird to get its own release. Considering didn't they put that out again as like the complete trilogy on PS4 or something? I don't know. The Star Wars Lego games are
there's like a gazillion of them. So
there is a gazillion.
This one says it was originally released on PSP.
Right. Okay. So they're porting the PSP version.
Yep. Because that's what
okay. Okay. I think out of the Lego games here, the only one that I haven't played is actually the Incredibles one. I played the Hobbit. I played the Star Wars ones.
And I played the Incredibles one. Hobbit?
I mean, yeah.
It's shorter.
It's shorter. It's funnier. So it's got that going for it. But yeah, after that, After Us is pretty cool. Never finished it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So good for them. Good picks there. Check it out. All right, Discord. PlayStation blog writes, PS5 players will soon be able to join Discord voice chat directly from their console. In recent years, writes Sabrina Mitz, Senior Director, Product Manager, Platform Experience, Sony Interactive Entertainment. Imagine having 3 jobs. In recent years, we've partnered with Discord to introduce more ways for players to connect with their friends and communities across Discord and PS5 console. Since we first introduced Discord voice chat on PS5, players have joined a Discord voice chat on PS5 more than 290 million times to hang out with friends in Discord voice channels while gaming. Today, we're pleased to share we're starting to roll out the ability for PS5 players to join Discord voice chat directly from the PS5 console without relying on Discord PC or mobile apps to initiate the connection. How to join a Discord voice chat on PS5? You'll be shocked to learn you open the Discord tab in the game base with the PS5 control center and then choose Discord server or DM group you'd like to join. Then select your preferred voice channel. This will reveal more details, such as who's already in the channel chatting. You'll also receive a PS5 console notification when another Discord user calls you, allowing you to join right away. This update will make it easier than ever to hop directly into a Discord conversations with other gamers. It will gradually roll out in the coming weeks, starting with players in Japan and Asia, followed by Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Middle East, and finally the Americas. That's right, Americas. You get it last, motherfuckers.
Aha!
Starting next week, we're also rolling out the ability for you to share your PlayStation Network profile on any messaging or social app. So this means you can just share that shit to Facebook or so I don't know, add me. You're out at a party with friends and you go scan this QR code, add me on PSN or something. I don't know.
Yep. I think it'd probably be a link.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. We've used Discord, like because of crossplay and stuff like that, and it wasn't hard. But I mean, this just makes it easier.
There was an extra step.
There was an extra
now
step.
There isn't. You can just do it straight from the PlayStation.
Yeah.
As long as you do have friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I mean, I tried to. Well, actually, I haven't looked. I looked. I think I looked yesterday or the day before to see if this was up, and I couldn't see it. But maybe it's up by now. But, or maybe we haven't got it yet. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm just wondering if I scroll like in the Discord thing, can I like scroll down and see like could I if I wanted to join like an open chat in the Explosion Network Discord? Is it only like direct? That's my only question. Yeah. That's the only thing I don't know. Not that I mean,
from the image.
Yeah, it's hard
I assume you could do a chat within a whatever they're called,
like a channel
within a channel. Because you look at those names, I don't think they're usernames. You know what I mean?
But they could be renamed chats direct because it says direct voice chats in this picture here.
Yeah,
and then it says like Cozy Town, Game Time, Jamers, Let's Play.
I assume
gamers.
you push that menu. You push that, you go into another menu. Would be my guess.
Possibly, yeah.
But I guess we'll find out whenever it launches
out.
here in Australia.
This week, I'd say.
That's cool. Sharing your profiles, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that next time.
You're like, hey, do you want to play Helldivers 2?
Yeah, do you want to play a video game? Ha! That's a funny.
Do you want to get notified? Do you want to see my prof? Do you want to see how many trophies I got?
Do you want to see how many platinum trophies I got? I could show you myself, but I'd get a lot more out of this if you looked yourself. Please enjoy my profile. Scan here. Please and thank you.
Yep.
All right, and finally this week, Push Square writes, Hidaka Miyazaki knows for a fact from software devs want a Bloodborne PC port. From software boss, Hidaka Miyazaki is aware of demand for a Bloodborne PC port among PS4 exclusives fan base. As it turns out, developers at the Storage Studio want the same thing. And Miyazaki says, quote, if I say I want one, I'll get in trouble as well. It's nothing I'm opposed to. End quote. Fittingly enough, PC Gamer pressed Miyazaki, having previously asked the studio head whether a PC port could be on the cards. They were given the standard company line of, unfortunately, and I've said this in other interviews, it's not my place to talk about Bloodborne specifically. This time, they tried a different tactic, acknowledging that they understand Sony owns IP, but slyly asking whether Miyazaki himself personally would like to see a PC port. This approach yielded some unexpected results and laughter from the devs. Miyazaki said, the quote, I know for a fact these guys want a Bloodborne PC port, pointing to producer Yushiro Kitayo and translator Bobby Simpson. Rather than remaining quiet, Miyazaki elaborated, offering a rare but illuminating look at the studio. Quote, obviously, as one of the creators of Bloodborne, my personal, pure, honest opinion is I'd love more players to be able to enjoy it, especially as a game that is now coming of age, one of those games of the past that gets lost on older hardware. I think any games like that, it would be nice to have an opportunity for more players to be able to experience that, and relive the relic of the past. So as far as I'm concerned, that's definitely not something I'd be opposed to, end quote. I think it's very funny that he calls it a relic. It's a fucking PS4 game. B,
I mean, it'll be a relic one day.
True. I just don't, I will not, at this point, I refuse to believe this isn't something that Sony's working on. If Sony isn't having someone Blue Point Games or someone, right, working on this at the moment, they are idiots, is what I think I'm ready to say.
I think it's
I'm
fun.
standing
I
by it.
I think it's just a vocal minority, Dylan. I don't think people really care about Bloodborne. I don't think they want it on PC. I don't think they really care if it's at 60 frames per second. And I'm sure they definitely don't have a team like Nix's working to port it to PC.
See, I think, A, you're a fuckhead. And B, I don't think I don't think PC port first because they need. I think the way we've seen Sony roll things out, I think Bluepoint, presumably, hopefully, especially based off Demon Souls and how well that was done, they're doing Bloodborne, right? Comes out to PS5, hopefully not PS6 because that's fuck me too far away, and I need some video games for my PS5. I hope they're doing it for PS5, and then Sony would get to do the, like 9 months later PC release. And that just seems their regular schedule now. It's like, put it out for console first, 6-9 months later, whatever. You do
PC.
the re-release PC. Yeah. Come on. Like, all your bullshit aside, tell me that's not a good idea. If you say anything other than yes, I'm fucking ending you.
I mean, it depends on what
with the DLC included, obviously.
It just depends on what Bluepoint's working on,
Yeah, this
could be something more interesting.
There's nothing more interesting than this.
Rarer.
There's nothing more rarer than this.
And more, that could be elevated even more.
Nothing could be more elevated than this at double the frame rate.
I don't know. I feel like a team would actually be terrified of remaking Bloodborne because the fan base is so devoted. Because if it is slightly off, I think they'd be
but they did such a good job with Demon Souls. It's like, just like do that again.
Did they do a good job with Demon Souls, or is like they just updated it?
No, they fully remade it.
Yeah, but the blueprint was very much there with the other Demon Souls.
No, because the other ones aren't Demon Souls.
Dark Souls, yeah,
they're Dark Souls. They're completely different games.
But that was an
Demon
older
Souls
game as well. That was PS3.
Yeah, Demon Souls is a PS3 game. It was the first Souls game.
Yeah,
I would say it's more
older.
like, I would say if you're going to go down the road, that road of like too scared to touch it, they remade the original Souls game, the one that started it. Do you not think that's don't fuck that up?
No, because they just brought all the ideas that have been used in the Soulsborne and put it in a package that was Demon Souls.
Then why can't they do that with Bloodborne?
Because there's no other Soulsborne like Bloodborne.
well, there's some more Bloodborne-y type stuff in Dark Souls 3, and you've got the faster combat that's seen in Sekiro, like Bloodborne. There's no other Bloodborne. There's only one Bloodborne.
Exactly. There's only one Bloodborne, so just leave it alone. Just do a PS5 version that's exactly the same, and his fans will just buy it.
I would not. If they announced that and said it was 30 frames per second, I'd be out. I'm not buying it. I would not.
What percentage of the fan base would cave though?
I would say
if we buy it, they'll do a 60 frames per second patch eventually.
35%.
If the number of people who love Bloodborne is high enough, as you say they are, that's a lot of money. So
what do you have against old hunters?
They just think they're better than everybody.
Is it their hats or?
It's like, so they're the indie crowd who discovered a band before everybody else and get upset. We wish the music scene was like how it used to be. We're all moving forward, Dylan.
What are you talking about? What the fuck are you on about?
I'm just trying to make you angry.
Yeah, it's working. All right, I've had enough. Let's know your thoughts on Bloodborne coming to PS5 and anything else I talked about, and how wrong Ash is. Tweet at me or tweet at us, explosionnetwork.com/Twitter. Join Discord where you can now chat directly from PS5, explosionnetwork.com/Discord. And if you want to support this podcast and explosionnetwork.com, the website that houses everything.
Houses.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. explosionnetwork.com/support takes you to our Ko-fi page. And until next week, remember, every trophy counts.